a great day. Today, got something for you that I'm very excited for. Welcome to episode 1 of the newest podcast, All Things PG. My name is Isaiah Green.
My name is Kyle Purnell, and welcome, man. I like the name,
I love that name, All Things PG.
Name? Yeah, that's...
Kyle, you gotta explain to everybody about All Things PG. Explain the PG, because everybody's not gonna know, like the rated. No, explain to them.
Yeah, PG, we came up with a thing when we were honestly sitting in our dorm at school. PG. Purnell Green, it's our last names, Purnell and Green. I mean, I think it clicks. What do you think?
I like it, and I think it comes around with what's going to be about this podcast. We're going to bring a lot of people from different walks of life, different occupations, different everything.
Yeah.
And we're going to just let them have an open space to speak their mind and talk about the things that they love and are passionate about, or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now with this, with everything going on, Kyle, not just the pandemic, with a lot of other stuff going on around this year in 2020 specifically, we just need some love this year.
Yeah,
and I think this is the atmosphere to bring it to. So I think starting the podcast was definitely the right way to go about this. So I'm very excited for this.
I agree. I can agree with that.
And speaking of the pandemic, Kyle, fortunately our senior year was brought to a tragic halt because of it.
Yeah.
I can remember it was like about 3 or 4 days before our senior trip. They said that we were closed for 2 weeks.
People were getting hyped.
People were getting excited about it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
but that just shows how the education system is broken. But that's for another episode.
That is a whole different episode. That's low. That's low.
Topic. But I actually didn't see you for about 4 months, bro.
That was a long 4 months.
So how did you spend the pandemic, and how did it affect you?
Honestly, I sat in my room, did my schoolwork, and I mean, for most of the quarantine, I was in my room. I was rather working out, just doing my own thing, and then once every so often, I'd go out back and play basketball because, I mean, around town, they would take the courts down, and then, it was kind of...
It was very rough. I know for me, the day that they announced they were shutting everything down, they put caution tape up on the basketball courts and on the playground. I know it was just like, and it was just, I kind of got lazy for a little bit of it because it was just like you didn't really have...
You couldn't do anything,
so you had to I had to start getting really creative, but...
yeah, for sure.
It was very unfortunate, and it was very unfortunate. We also didn't get to have a graduation. We had to just pick our diplomas up. We had no prom, no
drive-in.
But that kind of put a lot of things into perspective to, not take anything for granted and to realize to live in the now and not the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Like my 5th chapter of my newest book is titled Later Waits for No One. Through My Eyes. Anyone wants to get that, link in the description. Very good story. Very good story. But yeah, it just made you really put everything into perspective. And I think with this COVID-19 pandemic, everyone's kind of getting tired and really frustrated.
Yeah.
It's really hard to stay disciplined. You want to go see your family. It's around the holiday time. You got Thanksgiving coming up. And these masks, bro.
Yeah,
oh, man,
the masks.
The face.
Especially, having to wear them all the time, and they tear up your face.
I'm telling you, man. I have not had this much acne ever. I'm someone that I used to, man, I'm telling you, when I was in middle school and beginning of high school, I used to down lemonade, and I had to cut back on that because I had to start watering it out. But now I'm just seeing... I got bumps I wake up with a bump, and I'm like, I didn't even have this when I went to sleep. So it's very, very frustrating, and I'm just hoping that we can we can come together and really fight this thing, and and then we can just finally push and get a vaccine sooner or later. So I'm just really hoping that comes, because there's a lot of people don't even get to see their family members who died from this, and this is just a really hard time. So
really hoping we don't have to shut everything down again, because
safety is always first. Safety is definitely always a priority, Kyle.
Wear your masks.
Definitely. So, we are at Rowan University, Kyle, and that is where the birthplace of PG Incorporated. So, talk about PG Incorporated a little bit.
Honestly, it came up. We were in our dorm, and one day Isaiah looked at me. He's like, "Let's start a business. We'll have different platforms, get out, get some clothes going, a podcast. I mean, and hey, we're here. We got a podcast.
And that's just two of the things we got. Obviously, videography and photography.
Yep.
We're going to run it up with that.
Yep.
A YouTube channel, like he said, some apparel, podcasts, a lot of other stuff we're going to keep on the wraps for right now. But just with PG Incorporated, we want to start a business where we combine the two of us to, really bring love in the world and create a lot of ideas that have impacts in the world. And I think this is a really, really good way to start it out. And obviously not obviously, because not everyone, many people who are watching this might not know us, but we both are videographers and photographers. Kyle actually got started about a few months before me, but so since you got started the first, you can go first. So kind of tell everybody about your videography/photography, and don't just start at high school. Were you interested in camera when you were younger, or
absolutely not?
Speak to the people, give them what they want.
Oh yeah, definitely. But before high school, I didn't pick up a camera. I looked at camera as, oh, there's that one guy. He's recording. It must be weird.
The camera kid.
Yeah, the weird camera kid. And then growing up, I always got the stick to the keyboard and mouse. Now that was the best. That was a good one. But then I reached high school. Still freshman year, I thought about it. I was like, I hear Mr. Daniels has a really easy class. Shout out to Mr. Daniels. He was the advanced television teacher that got me where I am right now. Once again, shout out Rich. But going into sophomore year, I actually joined his class, and it was like, boom. It was a different perspective of cameras. It wasn't like, there was no, oh, the weird kid anymore. It was more of the, oh, wow, this is actually really cool. People really thought, oh, you have to be a nerd to be working with cameras, and a nerd to be editing, and a nerd to be taking pictures. But once you got into it, it was really like, wow, it's so different. It's really so broad, and people think it's so easy. You can just go pick up a camera and take a picture, or pick up a camera and go take video, and it'll come out good. But you actually have to have skill, you have to have skill for everything. It's not as easy as everyone makes it seem.
Definitely. And so that's an important point. You said it's really important not to really judge something that you are looking from the outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you might get into it and love it. And my journey into photography and videography is a little bit different from yours, Kyle. And that being, Mr. Daniels had me in a class. I would join for the same reason. I heard he had an easy class, but when I was younger, my sister's dad, he always carried a camera around with him. He wasn't like a full-time photographer, videographer, but he always had a camera. So I always, whenever me and him would hang out, I would always, grab it, take pictures wherever we were at in Philadelphia or wherever. But backtracking to high school, Mr. Daniels had me doing play-by-play for
live streams.
Basketball. Yeah, live streams. Those were some fun times. We had some fun times in 2019, 2020.
Yes, we did.
Those were some great times. You had to be there to see it. But so then you guys had just asked me if I wanted to pick up a camera one day, and I was like, sure, why not? But then it was just, I've never put one
exactly.
down.
It's a flash.
It's just but then it's just like you see it, and then once it comes out good, and you use an advanced lens, and you're not just sitting there
with the little the starter
and
55.
I think the thing that gets people into is once you start taking videos, because pictures is just
you can take a picture. You can get
a
Polaroid
video, and then you plug it into a computer and you start editing. It's like, okay, I'm
good. Yeah, I'm good. I have a skill.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and so it was just one of those classes. Advanced TV was just a class like no other, in my opinion, in high school. It was just a class where everyone can come in and be themselves, and you had fun, and you kind of just made a lot of. And then I know your junior year, senior year, you grinded with some of those basketball.
Oh, yeah.
I know you always hate on your first basketball video.
Yeah, we don't bring that up.
Everybody says it was good except for you. So
it wasn't that good. Especially because, I honestly didn't think it was that good because I'm the editor and I always think I can do better.
Mm-hmm. But for your first video, it was good. But we snapped on the boys' soccer video. We snapped on that. Oh,
yeah, for sure.
You
can go check that out. We'll link that in the description, too.
Definitely. But cameras are just you have to get into it to understand. It just, it allows you to tell a story, and you can use the camera for so many different things, doing weddings and creating podcasts, or using cameras to put this on YouTube, and you can do so many different things with the cameras. So, I definitely am looking forward to coming whenever years to continue working with cameras. And
For sure.
Definitely, bro. So, besides this podcast, Kyle, what do you have planned for yourself?
I mean, as everyone does, growing up and, having my own family, getting my own house, and running it up.
I know you are a heavy workhorse when it comes to the stock market.
Yes,
you grind.
I'm on stock market all the time. You can actually ask Isaiah. I was up at 12 o'clock last night taking notes.
But it's important. It's very important to work, and I think that's why we partner very good in business, because we have a very similar work ethic, and
always hardworking.
Always
hardworking.
I got up at 7:30 this morning. He's on the stock market. He's doing his thing.
Yep, I'm already studying the stocks. Even before the stock market even opened, I was studying those patterns.
It's a different way to make it. You got to make it in the way that you can, the way that you're best at.
Exactly.
So, man, so guests. Actually, we're not going to throw any names out there yet. We don't want to give any spoilers.
That's on the low. That's on the low.
But I think I like for next episode, I got 2 people coming on who I think everybody's going to like. They do, their work ethic is really strong, and they're very good at what they do. So I think a lot of people will enjoy that. And I think we're going to have a lot of guests on here, Kyle.
Yeah, definitely. Over time, we're going to meet some people, even people that we already know right now. We can bring them on.
I got a laundry list of people that I think would enjoy coming on here in my head.
Yeah.
But like I said in the beginning, I don't want to just have it centered on just one specific group of people, or just people who are used to getting on here.
Yeah,
I want to bring people from all types of backgrounds.
That are that they're not even
totally
comfortable.
Different. Yeah, maybe they're not even comfortable, but turn this into something where it's not even we start talking and it's almost like they forget the mics and cameras.
And we're just having a conversation.
A nice conversation.
Back and
that's
forth.
What I want to turn this into.
Acting like this isn't here, these aren't here, all the setup.
Yeah,
none of it's here.
Shout out to Rockville Audio. They
really did their thing. They got this here
very fast, and all the equipment is very amazing.
Top notch.
Star. Definitely recommend. Link in the description for that as well. So shout out to Rockville Audio for that.
They're in New York, right?
I'm pretty sure they are in New York. I may be wrong, but they...
Hey, like I said, they did their thing. They got it here.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Kyle, so, with this being November, 2020 is almost over. It's been a very, very rough year with a lot of things.
Long year, too.
Very long year, too. And we saw the COVID-19 pandemic, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
This was an election year, so... Unfortunately, a lot of our country was divided.
Oh yeah, the quote unquote civil war that was going to be starting again.
This year was just a very difficult year, and I think adding the pandemic to it, and adding the deaths of so many icons in our culture, and it's just hard. And so many people, and then when we got a little bit of freedom, so many people kind of took it to the extreme.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was just very, very hard to this year. A lot of people thought it was going to be a whole lot different.
A run through year. Yep.
Nope. I don't know. I still don't know if there will ever be a year like 2016. 2016 was a very good year.
Even 2019.
2019 was a good year.
Two great years.
2016, 8th grade year. Oh, man, that was a great year.
Yeah, throw it back to basketball in 8th grade.
And just a lot of other different stuff. Just starting high school. 2017 was a good fun year too. Freshman year in high school.
Yep.
2018 Eagles Parade. That was fun. Go Birds.
Yeah. Shout out. Not doing too hot right now.
Not doing too hot, but hey, we're not on the bandwagon.
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
And so speaking of sports, Kyle, what do you think of the Doc Rivers hire?
Honestly, I'm looking at it in a very good way, because I was always get Brett Brown out of here. He needs to go. He's not leading us in the right direction. He's a loser. Well, I'll say it straight up.
Wow.
He's a loser.
Okay.
He's a loser. He doesn't win.
Okay. Very passionate sports Philly fan about his team.
Yeah. He's a loser.
Need those type of fans. So,
yeah, exactly.
I want to thank everyone for joining and viewing us today. Thank you for watching episode 1. This is episode 1 of hopefully thousands. We appreciate all the support. And we'll see you next time with 2 very special guests. Thank you for tuning in. Always keep it PG.
Peace.